I'm an expat. And I don't see people talking a lot about the trade-off and how difficult it can be. I just don't. So I was watching Chris Williamson's podcast, Modern Wisdom, with Adam Lane Smith. Such an interesting episode. I'm gonna link it somewhere around YouTube cards. The thing that I want to talk about, though, one of the issues that they brought up is how depression and anxiety are often caused by the destruction of our relationships. And as an expat that's been thinking about these kind of things a lot, it made so much sense to me. Adam mentions back in the day we used to have 5 safety nets, which were our immediate family, our core nuclear family, and then our extended families, grandmas, aunts, cousins. Third one was distant family, like second cousin, third cousin, and then our villages or neighborhoods, and lastly the church community. If one of those safety nets would fail, other people would step up. And comparing that to modern life today, we barely have 1 or 2 of those nets. So yeah, that definitely rang a bell to me, especially being a new mom and raising a baby far away from my family, from my extended family, from my neighbors back in Brazil, from my friends. So we had friends over last week and it was amazing. They came all the way from Brazil to visit us. They were traveling all North America and they stopped by and it was fantastic. It made me realize how vulnerable, how much I've been craving those connections. I have to say, we do have a few good friends in here, but it always feels like something is missing. And listening to Adam and Chris now, what's missing is our tribe. It's our people. It's people we grew up with. It's our families. It's our friends. That's what you don't have when you travel across the world. That's what you don't have when you're an immigrant. And don't get me wrong, it could be much worse. Some people are immigrating because their countries are being attacked by other countries. They're in war. They literally lost people. And we're lucky that that's not the case for us. However, it doesn't mean it's easy. I want to talk particularly about economic immigrants here today because that's what we are. And there's a very particular twist to our situations, which is after a few years of being away, you start to forget about all the problems that made you fly away. You just start to miss everything so much. and you can't help but think, why don't I just go back? At least there's this illusion that we can always go back, which is obviously not the case. It's not that easy. It's a trade-off. We had to trade off the extremely difficult realities of our homelands, the problems, the issues, for another extremely difficult reality of not being close to our loved ones. I don't want to be the girl on the internet to invoke Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but I have to. At the base of the pyramid is physiological needs, like hunger, like a need to pee, or stuff like that. On top of it is safety. You need shelter, you need to sleep soundly at night. And then love and belonging. So that explains a lot about why people leave their countries and their families and their friends. You need to feel safe. You need to have a job to provide for your family. You need all those things before love and belonging. It's a fact. It's just a fact. Something that people from rich countries don't understand or take it for granted is how powerless you can feel in a country that doesn't provide you safety. For instance, my husband, he got 2 new tires for his car. Very expensive. He went to work and he parked on a public street. It was a weekday in downtown. Very, very busy. A guy came in a truck, parked beside his car, took a car jack out of his truck and stole my husband's brand new tire. That happened. That happened in daylight. Everyone saw it. People from the stores around saw it. Went to the police. You know what they did? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's so unfair, and it makes you feel so powerless. The unemployment rate in Brazil is also insane. Right now it's nearly 10%, which is a lot. I know for a fact people can go months, sometimes years, without a formal job. There's not enough opportunity. Now, unemployment and lack of opportunities has all sorts of implications. For one, you have to hold on to your job even if you hate it, even if it's a shitty workplace, because if you lose it, you may not find another one. Another implication is if you don't have an income, you may not have enough to feed your family. The Food and Agriculture Organization, which is an UN agency, estimates that over 70 million people right now in Brazil are suffering from food insecurity. It's devastating. But do you know who's buying a new private jet with the taxpayers' money in Brazil? A luxury private jet? Our president. It's gonna cost 400 million in Brazilian currency. that clearly shows that the problem is not the people, is not lack of talent, is not lack of education, it's lack of economic freedom. The point of this video is not to make people feel sorry for economic migrants. Don't feel sorry for us. We're the lucky ones. I would rather you felt angry at politicians, angry at lawmakers, angry at how eager they are to tax and regulate, angry at their reckless spending, their fiscal irresponsibility. I would rather you felt angry at people that think capitalism is the evil. Capitalism is the sole responsible of lifting so many people out of poverty. Economic freedom is what creates jobs, opportunities, entrepreneurship. It's been tested and proved in many parts of the world, namely Singapore, the Emirates, South Korea, Estonia, Chile. The list goes on. Why are people not seeing it? I want to end this video with a quote from Christopher Hitchens. In life, you have to choose your regrets. Because trust me, you're gonna have quite a few. So choose wisely.
Go,